Hello everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam and welcome back to 30 Days of Sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life Series 12. We're on to day 24 trying to catch up. I am ever determined to finish this series and we are so close. Today's sketch is from Jen Miller and it's a beautiful hand-drawn sketch which I actually really love. We've got these pattern paper or whatever you like elements, the page is matted. And then these circular elements with some florals, really different sketch. I really like it. I've tried to pull out different elements of my stash through this series rather than use one kit or one collection. I've tried to vary it and use different products, stash bust and all of that. So I am using an older collection, Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Coastal. And I've pulled out some papers. I've got a photo of me. It's 3 photos on the sketch, but I am using one. And I've done a little bit of prep insofar as I've cut these because I am absolutely dreadful at cutting anything triangular. So I thought, right, I need to do that off camera. And I've also got this, which is from the collection. It's from the Basics pack. And it is the Kiwi and Seaside paper. I'm going to use the Seaside paper. Let's cut the branding strip off. There we have it. So for this collection I have quite a lot left. A load of embellishments. We've got foam stickers, brads, frames, stickers, sticker book. We've got 2 sticker books because this was a collection that was released and then re-released. We've got some flair, we've got some P13 coordinating bits, we've got all sorts. So I've got both sticker books. This was the original and then this was on the re-release when Simple Stories started changing the way they did the sticker books, layered stickers, all sorts. So we're not going to go short. I also have a stencil to do some stenciling. So first off, I'm going to get these elements stuck down and I'm just going to pop that there, like so. This is one of the papers I'm using and this is another. It's not perfectly cut, I'm not trying to claim it is, but you know, it is what it is. So my idea is to just have that like that and the same at the top. So I've kind of followed the sketch in that respect, but I have made it a bit easier on myself. As I say, totally not great with triangles. I don't know what it is, just can't cut them. So I thought rather than struggle to cut them, why not just make it easier on myself? So that is what we've got and they're going to go there like so. Super duper simple. Now for my circular element I have this stencil which is a really fun stencil actually. It's almost A4 size and it's quite different. I love it. So what I was thinking is of stenciling half of this compass here and the other half up here. And yeah, just making those circular shapes from the sketch pop out with our stenciling. So first things first, I'm just going to mark where this actually goes, like so. Same over here, very roughly. You're not going to see this pen mark, so it doesn't need to look the part or anything. So there is that. I'm going to get rid of that so it's out of the way, and we're going to do some stenciling. Now I'm using Distress Oxide, Uncharted and Mariner. And yeah, let's get cracking. Okay, so that is going to go there. I don't want these bits here, so the northwest, northeast, southeast, southwest. I do want the north and the east. So let's just go like this. So this is a stencil I got online. First time using it, have to say I am ridiculously impressed with the quality. The price was fabulous. So yeah, overall, very impressed. Now, I have accidentally stenciled through the northeast there. That's okay. I'm not going to spit my dummy out. Let's just roll with it. There we go. So we're going to come down to about here. Pick that up, and there is half of our stencil. And now I'm going to put this other half up here and stencil the other half of the compass. So super duper simple, but hopefully quite effective. There we go. I'm going to try and avoid the southwest here. No, I'm not going to be able to, so let's just roll with it. There we go. Now, some of these are quite close together, so I am trying to be careful that I don't get another part of the stencil that I don't want on here. That is actually very close. And when your name is Adam and you're quite clumsy, that's not good. Which is why I love Lisa's stencils from scrapbookcards.com, because you don't get that. Okay. That will do us, I think. There we go. Just going to put that over there, out of the way, so we don't get ink everywhere. If I don't tidy up as I go, then it all falls apart, guys. So there is our stenciling. And now we're going to put these on. So let's just put some adhesive there. So first one is going in this corner, just about here. I love the way that looks. And then second one, just about here. There we go. So that is our background, and I don't think it's too far away from our sketch actually. So we've got our three stripes, we've got this big bit in the middle, and our circular element, which in my instance is the compass. And the way I always remember it is never eat shredded wheat. Don't know why, but that's the way I remember it. Now, in terms of our photo, obviously I am conscious that I don't want to cover up a load of the stenciling that I've just done. So I think I'm probably going to A, cut my photo down, and B, move it. So let me just get my Tim Holtz trimmer, and let's trim this down to... We're going to do something I don't normally do, where it's a big layout with a small photo. I don't do that very often because whilst I love embellishments, I love the photos as well. But in this instance, I am focusing on the product rather than the photo. So I'm going to put my photo about there. And I think, let's see. Let me move my embellishments into there. So this is the paper I have left. And I just want to get a couple of layers going behind this photo. So let's have a pink layer. I know, crazy Adam with the pink. Okay, it's pink flamingos, but you're not even going to tell that they are flamingos. That's a great way to matte paper that you don't particularly like. Matte paper, use paper that you don't particularly like, just use that as mattes. And then you can't tell what it actually is, which is super duper. And then let's have a look. Okay, I want to use this as well, I think. So let me get this trimmer out again. And let's just put that there and there. Whoops-a-daisy. Didn't mean to stick that there. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if we will use that, but my plan is to use it. Let's see if that plan happens. I'm going to use a bit of blue for a matte, so we're going to multiple matte. I do like a multiple matte, a multi-matte. And they're not perfect, but it's fine. It is a-okay. And then I think we'll have a dark pink matte, and that will do us on the matting front. It's just going to help us focus on the photo with everything else going on in the layout. I really do like that stencil though. Okay. There we go, so let's get rid of that. Now, of course, just because frames are, as the title suggests, frames, doesn't mean you have to use them as frames. You could very easily use them as layering elements. So, with that in mind, let me see what frames we have, because I quite fancy the idea of using one on this layout. I do have a couple of frames from Simple Stories Vintage Traveller in with this collection, just because stash busting, trying to use them, so pulled them in as well. So we're going to put a bit of adhesive there and sort of bring this in like so. And now that gives us a nice cluster base, if you will. And I'm going to pop this about here. So you can still see that we've got that. I probably should have pulled this out a bit, but it's okay. And then I'm going to pull this into here. I think. Shall I? Yeah. So rather than using the two photos, I'm using one photo and a photo map. Cut apart, sorry, not a photo map. So that is going to go there. Love the way that looks. And now comes the fun part, some embellishments. So we don't have a title outlined on the sketch, and that's okay, because it gives you the freedom to decide where it's going to work best for your layout. Now I love the idea of using this, so let's use it. This is from the Page Pieces Escape. I seem to have a couple of them. Excuse me. So you get all these pieces in it. Really good value. Just a couple of quid. Okay, it's going to go in there. Now, I am ending up covering more of my stencil than I wanted to, but it's okay. It is what it is, guys. It's not going to stop me using the stuff. So it's fine. I seem to have two of a lot of things from this collection. I know, you're probably not surprised. Now this is the same as what's on here, so I'm actually going to layer that up. These are layered stickers. Some of them are super, super chunky. So if you are not a dimension kind of person, they might be a bit too dimension for you. Okay, so that's going to go and tuck in there. It says, hey, hey, sunshine. Now, do you think we could use this last one so that I then have a completed embellishment pack? Of course we can. Of course we can. I'm just going to randomly pop it there. Okay, I actually quite like that. Now, if we go to our 12 by 12 sticker sheets, there is the banners and these ones, lots of elements. This collection was designed by Katie Petite while she was with Simple Stories. So, it's classic vintage Katie, isn't it, really? Which we all love. Of course, with 49 and Market taking off big time. So my title is going to go here, and we're going to have Beachy. And then let's pull out this fun, which is in this gorgeous wood grain. Now, I don't mind covering some of my stenciling with a title because you can still see the stenciling underneath it. We haven't, excuse me, completely lost it. I have got 2 packs of brads as well. We've got chipboard. I quite like the idea of using this wooden sign. So we've got East, West, Beach, Ski, Surf, Go, Relax. Now we're actually in North Wales. So we won't be surfing in North Wales, but that's okay. So many gorgeousness, so many gorgeousness, so much gorgeousness. We have this gorgeous paper die cut garland and these from P13. I'm actually going to keep these out along with the same collection circle stickers, and we're going to do a layout. That's a different vibe than I usually go for. So I'm going to challenge myself to do a layout from Photos with Kathy from our cruise, I think. Okay. Now we do have some floral bits and pieces, but I don't think we need. This has turned out a lot different to what I was expecting, but I think I like it. I'm thinking I need to frame the layout. So what we're going to do is take our Uniball pen and just doodle a border here. So I always double doodle, I don't know why. It's also going to bring in a bit of black, which is going to tie in the black from the map on our paper. Now when I say doodle, I mean doodle. It's not perfect, it's not straight, it's wobbly, it doesn't start and end at the same place. But for me, that has just finished the layout off nicely and framed it nicely. I'm going to add a couple of brads, which we're just going to nestle in and layer up. Just for a bit of extra detail here and there. As I say, we also have some ephemera, which I'm not going to use today. And finally, the sticker books, which I don't think I need much out of, but it would be rude not to have a look. So the sticker books are very similar, but they are different. So we've got like the border trims, we've got the labels, we've got the word strips, we've got the alpha, we've got the word strips again, we've got the title pieces, we've got the florals, the shells. So they are actually the same, but so ignore what I just said. But you will see when I open it, try and find the same page, that the scale is very different. So you can see total different scale, which I love. So if you got the first release of this collection, you will have the small sticker book. If you got the big one, you will have the big sticker book. Or you might, like me, have both. I'm going to use one of these tabs to stick at the side of my photo, and I am going to call it done. Can you believe? I don't feel like we need to add much more, but I am going to add a couple more brads. Janet from RTS has definitely reignited my dwindling love for brads. I was going off them, but I know that they are one of her favourites, and I have to say I am loving using them. These are adhesive brads, obviously, so they're the modern version, shall we say. And that's going to do it, guys. So that is today's sketch from Jen Miller for day 24. And that is what I have come up with. It looks a bit different, but it's my interpretation, and we were very much inspired by Jen's sketch. So thank you, Jen. I will be back with day 25 as we motor towards the final 5. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your comments, likes and subscribers. I will get through your comments this weekend, and I really appreciate you being here. Thank you. Bye bye.